Hi, I'm Dave Lounsbury. I'm Chief Technical Officer here at the Open Group, and I wanted to give you some highlights of day one of our CON conference. We had our usual welcome by Alan Brown, who's the CEO of the Open Group. Our first keynote speaker was on business models, IT, and enterprise transformation by Dr. Alexander Osterwalder. And he presented the concept of drawing your business model on a business model canvas, and actually went through an exercise with the audience using post-it notes on this canvas in order to emphasize the necessity for that kind of communication to break down the barriers between the various departments in an enterprise and also across the various phases of the business model necessary for value delivery. It was also impressive in that he not only has this methodology, but also has some software that's easily available that people can use to do this kind of canvas painting on their own, and so they can be widely adopted. Our second presentation was on EA and transformation, an enterprise issue and a new role for the CIO. And this was by Hervé Guzel and Eric Boulay. And they talked about, obviously, the changing role of the CIO in leading enterprise transformation. And they found an interesting example in that they started with increased capability and were paying less attention to the amount of money they put into it, but at the end they found they'd actually gotten great savings and the increase in capability as well. So that was, a real demonstration in this context of how you get this unexpected benefit from following IT architecture methodologies in EA transformation. What they found was they had targeted $500 million in savings, but by the end of the second year they had tripled that for $1.5 billion in savings. Our third speaker was Len Feshkins, who's the VP of Skills and Capabilities here at the Open Group. And he talked about why we can't agree on what we mean in enterprise architecture. And he came back to the theme of the first speaker in the problems in communication. And Len focused on the words, why some of our assumptions that aren't held between people trip up our communications, even down to the level of the words that we use, how things like the meaning of words mean one thing, but the context people or connotations that the people carry along with them convey something completely different, and how those things often form the root of miscommunications when you're trying to go through an enterprise architecture process. And Len closed with the architecture wisdom of St. Augustine, who talked about what it means to get started on projects and what it means to finish them collaboratively. We never knew St. Augustine was an enterprise architect. So we've had three really good speakers. We did have some spotlights, particularly on the Open Trusted Technology Forum, interspersed in there, but it's been a very exciting morning here. Our information will be posted on the Open Group site, and a place to look is on our blog at blog.opengroup.org. And of course, to follow the activity in real time, you can go onto Twitter and look for the hashtag OGCon. You'll see the tweets from all of our members. So hope to see you in the afternoon and the sessions and the ones remaining in the week.